Hello, I'm just going to continue on from the previous video. This one I'm going to do about selecting different columns. So with the beams I have them on a different layer, but with the columns I have them all on the same layer. So select similar, you can see these are all on the same layer. Now there's a couple of ways of doing this. You could put the different size columns, so you could leave these on one layer. We could also create, let's say we come up here and let's go into the layers, sorry. If we go into the layers and go to columns, there's three different types of columns. So let me just check the sizes here. So we have a 14, one on 9. So we're going to do a new layer. I'll just do one of them. W14 by 109. It's just good when you get used to using advanced steel. It's good to then also get used to organizing your stuff a little better. So these are them columns. So if I put them on that layer, now they're on that layer. So now if I select this and right click and go to select similar, those columns now are separated in a sense. So that's an easy way to separate them. We can do the same thing here also if we go in here and pick all the purple ones. So what I'll do is I'll show you a different way. It would be a query, right? So if I come in and pick this is a W14 by 120. So we want to come in here. If we just double check that that it is a column model role. Yes, it is. So what we'll do is we'll go back to structure here and we'll create a query. W14 by 120, I think I said. So assign a color. I like a light color, even a white is nice. Objects, steel beams, naming, model role. I only want the columns, I don't want any beams. So let's find the columns. Sorry, sometimes columns is quite down the list. Go out to the side so it doesn't scroll through everything. And then I also want to pick the size of the beam, so go to beams. Takes a second usually to click over. So there's a lot of information in here. W14 by 120, I believe I said. Then save that as column W. Now I could have just selected them manually and put them on a different layer, but I wanted to show you that you can just create your queries also for these if you wanted to. Now, I'm sure most of you know this already, but alright, so now you can see they've all gone white. So the ones that are 14 by 120. So right now they are selected but not highlighted. So if I highlight them, now if I come up here and if I go to columns again and I create another new layer and then have it columns W14 by 120. Now I don't do it this way myself here in the layers. I just do it with the beams on different floors. I don't do this in here. There is another advantage to doing this. So right now I gotta highlight these again, and then if I put them on that layer, now they're also on a different layer. So now I have two ways of selecting those columns. So right now I'm going to remove that marking. So if I select this one column and do select similar, it'll select all them other ones on that same layer. And then if I select this one and do select similar, it'll select all the ones just on the column layer. Now I could rename that column layer. I don't do this because mostly you'll have too many different columns. So, but a big job like this, it might work. A query is probably better for this. So you can just click on that button. It'll turn everything else off. Or you can execute here and that'll execute and highlight them for you, or allow you to highlight them. So that's your two ways for the columns. The other good thing about this is maybe you want to move some of this stuff or maybe you don't. So if you come in here and now you have all your different column layers, I can come to this one and I can lock this layer. And you can see now I can't move these columns. So I can't move them. Whereas I can move the beam, right? So I can't move the column. So it's a good way, honestly I don't do it myself, but really I should probably lock the column layers so the columns don't move somehow by accident. But just thought these were some handy tips. I have a couple more. Alright, thank you, bye.